Have you ever wondered why some people seem to defy the odds of aging, living not only into their 90s, but well past 100, still walking, gardening, cooking, and laughing with their families? In a world where chronic disease and stress are everywhere, there are communities on our planet where living to 100 is not rare, it's almost expected. What's their secret? Today, we're going to uncover the habits of people who live past 100, backed by science, real-world examples, and timeless wisdom. By the end of this talk, you'll walk away with practical steps you can apply to your own life starting today. Let's start with a fascinating discovery. Researchers have identified 5 regions of the world where people consistently live longer, healthier lives. They're called the Blue Zones. These include Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Icaria in Greece, Nicoya in Costa Rica, and Loma Linda in California. In these regions, centenarians, people aged 100 or older, aren't just surviving, they're thriving. What makes their lives so different from ours? The answers may surprise you. First, let's talk about diet, because what you eat shapes how long and how well you live. In Okinawa, Japan, the people follow the principle of hara hachi bu, which means eating until you're 80% full. This simple habit prevents overeating and protects against obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Their diets are rich in vegetables, sweet potatoes, soy products like tofu and miso, and seaweed. Meat and processed foods are rare. The result? Okinawans have some of the lowest rates of cancer, dementia, and heart disease in the world. In Sardinia, Italy, people eat whole grains, beans, garden vegetables, and drink red wine in moderation. Goat's milk and sheep's cheese provide calcium and healthy fats, while their bread is made with fermented whole grains that support gut health. They also eat meat sparingly, often saving it for Sundays or special celebrations. This plant-based whole foods approach to eating is a cornerstone of longevity. Icaria, Greece, is famous for its Mediterranean diet. Imagine meals filled with olive oil, vegetables, legumes, fish, and herbs. But what makes Icaria unique is not just what they eat, but how they eat. Meals are slow, social, and shared with family and friends. This combination of nutritious food and meaningful connection creates not only physical health, but also emotional well-being. Nicoya, Costa Rica, offers yet another perspective. Their diet is centered around beans, corn tortillas, squash, and tropical fruits. They consume very little processed food, and they drink water that is naturally rich in calcium and magnesium, minerals that strengthen bones and reduce the risk of heart disease. Nicoyans also eat smaller meals in the evening, which helps their bodies rest and recover during the night. Finally, in Loma Linda, California, the community of Seventh-day Adventists practices a faith-based lifestyle that emphasizes vegetarian diets, regular rest, and a strong sense of purpose. Their meals focus on nuts, legumes, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Many Adventists avoid alcohol and tobacco completely, which reduces the risk of chronic disease and supports long-term health. What can we learn from these diverse regions? Despite cultural differences, their diets share common themes, mostly plant-based, rich in whole foods, low in processed items, and consumed in moderation. If you want to live past 100, your first step is to make food your medicine.
But diet is only one part of the story. Another key habit is daily physical activity. In the Blue Zones, people don't necessarily go to the gym, but they move constantly throughout the day. Sardinian shepherds walk miles across rugged hillsides, Okinawan elders tend to their gardens, and Ikarians walk up and down steep paths daily. This natural low-intensity movement keeps their bodies strong, flexible, and resilient. Research shows that even moderate daily activity, like walking 30 minutes a day, can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even some cancers. Longevity is not about extreme exercise. It's about consistent movement. Now let's talk about social connection, something often overlooked in our fast-paced world. In Okinawa, there's a concept called moai, which is a lifelong circle of friends who support each other emotionally, socially, and even financially. In Sardinia, men often gather in the streets to laugh, share stories, and bond over simple pleasures. In Icaria, people celebrate festivals together well into their 90s, dancing, singing, and drinking wine in community. Loneliness is virtually non-existent in these cultures, and that's important because studies show that social isolation can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Another powerful secret to longevity is purpose. In Okinawa, they call it ikigai, the reason you wake up in the morning. In Nicoya, it's called plan de vida, a life plan that gives people a sense of meaning well into old age. Whether it's caring for grandchildren, tending a garden, volunteering, or practicing faith, having purpose gives life direction and motivation. Purpose reduces stress, protects the brain, and helps people recover from illness faster. Speaking of stress, managing it is another key to long life. Stress is unavoidable, but how you respond makes all the difference. In Icaria, people take daily naps, which reduce stress hormones and boost heart health. In Loma Linda, Adventists honor the Sabbath, a full day of rest each week dedicated to faith, family, and renewal. Sardinians laugh often, while Okinawans practice Tai Chi, meditation, and other calming rituals. By building daily habits that reduce stress, these communities protect themselves from the harmful effects of chronic tension, which accelerates aging. Sleep also plays a critical role. People in the blue zones generally follow natural sleep cycles, going to bed shortly after sunset and waking up with the sun. They avoid late-night meals, excessive screen time, and overstimulation before bed. Deep, restorative sleep allows the body to repair itself, regulate hormones, and protect memory and brain function. It's no coincidence that centenarians consistently report high-quality sleep throughout their lives. Now let's not forget about faith and spirituality. In almost every blue zone, some form of spiritual practice is common. Whether through prayer, meditation, attending church, or simply spending time in nature, spirituality creates a sense of peace, gratitude, and belonging. Multiple studies show that people who engage in regular spiritual or religious practices tend to live longer, healthier lives. Faith provides comfort during challenges and strengthens community ties. Now here's something fascinating. Many centenarians share an attitude of positivity and resilience. They don't obsess over aging or complain constantly about aches and pains. Instead, they focus on gratitude, joy, and the present moment. This mental outlook creates biochemical changes in the body, lowering stress hormones and boosting immune function. Optimism is literally medicine for longevity.
So, what practical steps can you take from these longevity secrets? Start by adopting a plant-based diet, rich in vegetables, beans, whole grains, and fruits, while limiting processed foods, sugar, and red meat. Move naturally throughout your day. Walk, garden, or simply avoid sitting for too long. Strengthen your social connections by spending time with family and friends. Discover or rediscover your sense of purpose, something that makes you excited to wake up each morning. Find healthy ways to manage stress, whether through meditation, prayer, naps, or laughter. Prioritize sleep, creating an environment that allows your body to fully recharge. And finally, cultivate positivity and gratitude, training your mind to focus on what's good rather than what's lacking. Imagine waking up at 90, still walking to your garden, still laughing with friends, still enjoying meals with loved ones. Imagine having the strength to hold your grandchildren and the clarity to tell your life stories. This isn't fantasy. It's a reality for the people living in the blue zones, and it can be your reality too if you start today. The habits that help people live past 100 are not extreme or expensive. They are simple, natural, and available to all of us. Eat wisely, move naturally, connect deeply, rest well, manage stress, and live with purpose. Do these things, and you won't just add years to your life, you'll add life to your years. If you found this helpful, share it with someone you care about, because we all deserve the gift of a long, healthy, and meaningful life. And if you'd like to continue learning practical, science-backed ways to improve your health and longevity, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my next video where I'll explore the most powerful vitamins for protecting your brain as you age.